Welcome back to State and Local Government and Politics, Module 6, Legislatures, Part 9, Legislatures and Sustainability, and the conclusion. The United Nations Department of Economics and Social Affairs has highlighted the critical importance of local governments and hence local government legislative bodies responsible for making laws and ordinances in the development of sustainable local governments. Local authorities construct, operate, and maintain economic, social, and environmental infrastructure, oversee planning processes, establish local environmental policies and regulations, and assist in implementing national and subnational environmental policies. As the level of governance closest to the people, they play a vital role in educating, mobilizing, and responding to the public to promote sustainable development. Sustainability is a major part of a function of two community-based components: institutional capacity and social capacity. Institutional capacity is defined in terms of levels of commitment from government officials, the demonstration of political will, investment in staff training, technological mainstreaming, engagement in knowledge-based networks, and provision of legislative support for maintaining network connections. Similarly, social capacity is defined by the degree of inclusion in collective civic efforts of local citizen volunteers, news media, business establishments, representatives of industry, local universities, and local non-governmental organizations. 4 potential governance outcomes have been identified. First, dynamic governing. Communities with higher levels of social and institutional capacity have high possibility of accomplishing sustainability-promoting policy outcomes. Second, active government. Communities with lower levels of social capacity but higher levels of institutional capacity have medium or fairly high possibility for accomplishing sustainability-promoting policy outcomes. Third, voluntary governing. Communities with higher levels of social capacity but low institutional capacity have low possibility for accomplishing sustainability-promoting outcomes. And fourth, passive government. Communities with low levels of both institutional and social capacity have little possibility of achieving a sustainable future. The effect that the active support of the state and local government legislative bodies have is a critical predictor of sustainable states and communities. This support is accomplished by developing systems whereby public opinion can be made known to members of the legislature, including the level of support to develop their constituency, developing the capacity of the legislature to draft and introduce legislation or amendments to existing legislation on specific subjects. In conclusion, legislative forums in American state and local government represent a vast terrain of widely differing scales and scope of responsibility, traditions of normal operation, and extent of access to professional staff support. The observations of the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs are absolutely on target in maintaining the critical importance of the governments closest to the people in meeting the challenges of sustainability in our collective lifetimes. That concludes Module 6 on legislatures.